Mom Training Podcast with Diana Ballard.
Hey, it's Diana. I was scared to become a mom. I was self-employed, traveled around the world, and I was afraid I'd lose myself, my ambition, be restricted, and be a hot mess. I started interviewing hundreds of moms to figure out what skill sets and mindsets I needed to keep my future family a priority and have the time, energy, and resources to achieve my own goals and hobbies. Each week we discuss how to run a successful household and enjoy your roles as mom, spouse, housewife, and individual. Come learn how to create the life you want while having a family. I'm glad you're here. Hey mama, happy new year to you. I hope you are so excited about 2020 with our 2020 vision going in. I love that. I saw someone post that. I thought that was pretty awesome. This year is the year for us to bring clarity to our lives, to change how we do things, and really step it up as a mom. 2020 is our year to grab hold of what is important to us, cherishing our family, organizing our priorities, and loving our life. Now, does that mean we're not going to have struggles? Nope. Does that mean we're not going to have days where we're like, give me a break? Come on. I mean, seriously. Those days when we don't get enough sleep, heaven help our family and our home and our husband, right? I'm sorry. Maybe that's not you. Maybe you don't get in balance when you don't get enough sleep. But I will tell you what, everyone in the household knows when I don't get enough sleep. But anyway, jumping back into 2020. Mama, what are your goals for this year? Now, I'm not even talking about like these big old ones like I want to be a millionaire. I want to buy this huge house. No, that's not really how we roll as a mom, especially with young kids. What are your goals? Is it potty training your son? Is it having a better relationship with your husband? Losing a couple pounds or 10 or 20 or 50, however many you would like to let go? Is it, spending more time with the people that you love, like your mom or your dad or your grandma? Is it learning how to budget? Is it learning how to meal plan? Learning how to keep your house more organized? Is it decluttering your whole house? I mean, let's bring these goals into stuff that we're already doing and things that'll bring us more peace and enjoyment in life, because that really is the basis of all life, is learning how to enjoy where you're at right now and then working towards bigger things in the future. But maybe that's your goal right there. I'm determined this year in 2020 to learn how to enjoy the moment, even just a little bit more, even just a day at a time, to have moments where I enjoy it, where I show gratitude, where I see things that are good that are happening in my life. I'm content where I am right now, and the things I'm working towards are going to make life better, but right now is great. So where are you starting out this year? Do you have a list of things you want to do? Big ones, small ones, things to reach for, things that are in your home, like learning how to keep your dishes done or how to clean your fridge more often. I mean, they can be that little, but those aren't little, but you know what I mean? Like, they don't have to be fancy to be a goal. Maybe you have goals of self-care, relationships, nutrition, trying to get better organized, spending quality time with the people that you love. But then let's tip the scale over, because maybe you do have those goals and maybe you've made the lists and you're motivated and you're working towards them. And then there's some of us, and I might even be on that boat right now, that have been exhausted lately. That the beginning of the year came and we're like, oh crap. Well, someone asked me, what are your goals for 2020? And I'm like, well, I think the same ones as last year: getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, being nice to my kids and my husband, and, some business goals. But have I sat down and wrote all these out and created this plan and feel pumped entering this new year? No. So maybe you're like me. Maybe you're like me. Maybe you woke up on January 1st and you're like, well, it feels like a normal day. Awesome. Didn't stay up late last night. Got to bed at 9:30 because I have kids that get up in the middle of the night and kids that wake up early in the morning, and it's not worth it for me to stay up. And, so celebrating has changed a little bit. And so has goal planning this year. This actually was the first year for me where I have not had a list of goals written down. And I had to kind of like step back and look at myself and be like, are you okay? Because you love setting goals and you love having a plan, let's go get it. And yeah, we got this. And this year is going to be titled this. And literally every other year that I can remember, maybe not when I was a kid, but in my adultish years, I love the new year because it's just a jump start. It's just a moment to choose to be you know what? I'm going to just step up and do something. It's a moment of hope. It's a moment of being I can just let all of that go to rest that just happened that, I've been thinking or doing, and I'm just going to step it up, have fun this year, and create something. Okay? But maybe, just maybe, this didn't happen for you this year. Maybe you haven't set this big old goal list. Maybe you don't feel like you have much direction as we're starting this new year. And I want to remind you something, that you're already achieving goals. If your kids are alive every day, little did you know that you had a goal and you've achieved it. So even though you're already achieving things, accomplishing things like not being like a smelly cow, you're like, Diane, I haven't showered in a week. Girl, go shower. It's okay. Just go take a quick shower, okay? Make a goal right now. I'm going to shower. I'm going to shower today. I'm going to shower today. Okay, we've all been there. Maybe you haven't, but most of us have. Something like that, okay? So if you find yourself maybe at the beginning of the year here not setting goals, I'm going to challenge you to create at least 1 to 2 goals of something to work on, whether that be your health, sleep. I mean, that is the biggest one on my list right now. Getting enough sleep by having all these little kids, 4, 2, and 6 months right now. It is a busy night getting them to bed, sleeping at night, waking up in the morning. My sleep has to be a focus. I cannot stay up on social media. I cannot stay up late, farting around doing something. I have to go to bed. And that is my main goal this year. I know that sounds so silly, but it's okay if some of our goals sound silly. They're what means something to us. So think about one thing that you can work on this year. Sit and ponder about it. Or stand while you're cooking and ponder about it. That's another thing too. We don't have a lot of time all the time to sit down and, have an hour or two ponder session of thinking about what means something to us and how we're going to create a plan. I've found myself lately standing in the kitchen. There's so much noise in the background, it's just great because it tunes everything else out, and you're sitting there chopping something and pondering, thinking, praying, whatever you want to do. Hey, yo, what do you think would be the next step for me? How am I doing with my family? Okay, what kind of goals do I need to set? What's my focuses? What do I need to take out? Utilize that time when you're cooking or doing dishes to think. Don't have a show on. I mean, music, maybe, whatever, but do whatever you need to be able to think. And in those moments of pondering, in letting your mind actually process things, come up with ideas, be inspired with greater ones, that's where the true change and the awesomeness is going to come from. So mama, set a goal. Increase your hope. It's a brand new year, a brand new slate. Dust your shoulders off, pull your hair out of your face, go wash it, put on a little bit of makeup, dress up nice. This is your year. 2020 is your year. I can feel it in my bones. This is a year of immaculate, amazing, inspiring change if you're willing to put in the work and willing to step up and be there every day, doing the best that you can. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting and tooting for you. Let's do this year. Let's do something cool. Let's change our family and change our life. Family life rocks. Is it hard? Yeah. Yes, it is. But you were made to do hard things. You are made for this. You were made for these roles of mom, wife, and housewife. And what an awesome blessing and opportunity that we get to be those things. It really is. There's people in this world that will never have that. And we have it right here. Know that you are blessed and awesome. Know that what you're doing in your home is worth it. Let's rock 2020 like we've never seen it before. You are a mom of power and an influencer in your family. Let's step it up and become the mom that we want to be, one step at a time. Be here each week as we focus on ways for us to increase our skill, change our mindset to truth and things that actually help us, instead of these lies out there about what motherhood could be or how to handle certain things. It is possible for us to enjoy our life, have possibilities, hobbies, and just have a bunch of fun, you guys. Let's do it. I love you guys. I'm so glad you're here. Keep tuning in each week, and we'll see you next Tuesday on the Mom Training Podcast. Hit subscribe so you don't miss anything. You can hit me up on social media at Diana Ballard Live or on my website at dianaballard.com. See you next week.